Hi, and welcome to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff. Today is part 5 of building the Mos Eisley Cantina. It's Lego set 75290. I am hoping that today is the 5th and final chapter. We'll see. Let's go ahead and just start the building. The first character we're building today in this bag is Chewbacca. And he comes complete with his crossbow. And let's go ahead and get that on there. First I got to do it right. Hey Greg, how you doing? And thanks for the invite to that group. I did join the AFOLs, and starting off with a problem here because I put this thing in backwards and it does not want to come undone. There it goes. How's your day been, Greg? Alright, and then we've got Chewbacca with his crossbow. And it looks like this is going to start the build of a moisture collector, evaporator, what they called it in Star Wars. Because you got to remember, Uncle Owen and Aunt Brew are moisture farmers. So that is today's fun. And boy, I wish I remember. I was trying to say all day today I was going to talk about this on my channel and I forgot. Lego did announce another set that's going to be released on August 1st. And I'm trying to remember what it is. And Greg says, I just made the scissor attachment for the Batwing, also same old same old. Well, Greg, I actually saw that. I came up in my Facebook feed. I saw your picture of it sitting on the dresser there. Pretty cool, man. I did not realize how large that one is. That is a pretty large set. Gunship. Oh, that's okay. All right. Yeah, the Republic gunship. And I don't know if you heard online. I've heard it from several sources, and mainly because people who know me know that I like Legos. I've gotten quite a few links sent to me about that gun company that created that Lego gun casing thing that goes around the gun. Quite a few people upset about that. This is the way I look at it. I'm neither for or against it. If that company feels that they can make money doing that, more power to them. They're not doing anything illegal. And if you don't like it, just don't buy it. Well, hello there, Jenny. How's your day been? I did go to physical therapy today for my neck. Much needed. It's been bothering me. So. Okay, gotta make sure I get this right. Okay, there we go. Yep, Seinfeld coming out 1 week from today, and I will definitely be there and definitely be getting a copy of that. And I will definitely either do a video or a live stream on that build. I think that's really cool how they really did it on the curve. Even made it work then. And I have to say, guys, I'm really glad that I invested the time to figure out the internet. It has been such a better connection since I have done that. Okay, so I guess this is the roof piece there. And let's get going with the next little bit of this. I actually had a pretty relaxing day today at work. Not too bad at all. Was able to get quite a bit of stuff done today. Mainly because the amount of dumb emails was pretty low today. So I have joked with my coworkers that I sometimes believe that my email box is 411, the old number you called for information. Because I get a lot of emails at my job that have nothing to do with my position, and I literally have no idea why they would even reach out to me to begin with, because I don't even take care of it. And just an example is someone asked me to upload a file today, and you know, we stopped doing this particular process 3 months ago, and this person, hey, do we still do these? I know I haven't done one for a while. It's like, where you been, man? No, we don't. So, anyway, that was one dumb email I got today, but usually I get several. So, it really wasn't that bad today. Nothing to complain about at all. And Greg says, I think it's a 2 live stream to go to Feinfeld. Probably. Because 45 minutes an hour is all I got. Sorry, guys. I wish I had more energy than that, but not only that, I run out of things to talk about too, so. And Jenny says, very good. You talking about your day, or? The fact that I had a good day. And if you're saying that about my day, thank you. I do try to lay out some of the pieces a little bit before I start. It does make the live stream go easier for me, but my table is only so big, and this particular bag had 2 bags, 4 if you count the little ones inside. So I wasn't able to lay out as many pieces as I would like to have, but I did spend some time doing that before I started. In Seinfeld, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but that is my all-time favorite TV show ever. I own the DVDs for all 9 seasons, and I have watched them through and through a few times. Of course, my wife was here. She'd tell you more than a few times. And her assessment's probably correct. More correct than mine. We don't have to mention that, do we? So anyway, you know, and your internet is working very good. Yes, thank you. And Greg says, how's your time alone going? Really, really good, actually. I really need this time. I have a lot of things to catch up on because my granddaughter being here 3 months. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I loved her being here, but it does take away from the amount of free time. Actually, you have none when you have a little 2-year-old around. And now I'm spending my time catching up on things that I really sorely need to catch up on. So, very thoroughly enjoying it. And let's see. Greg says, I love Samurai Jack as my GOAT anime. Okay. I'm not really into anime. I have a daughter who is. She's 24, and yeah, she's way into anime. Okay, so let's attach. That doesn't look right, guys. It is right. Oh boy. Well, then, I think I'm creating more problems than I'm solving here. Let me see if I can get this guy to. There we go. Okay, so now we got to attach this little. Make sure it's on the camera. We got to attach this little piece here. It looks like some trash cans and just some miscellaneous pieces of machinery there. Yeah, Jenny says, I'm sure your wife has her favorite shows she watches over and over too. Yep, Grey's Anatomy is one of them. And Dr. Quinn is another one, the medicine woman in the 1800s. That I actually think that's a decent show. I don't care too much for Grey's Anatomy, but yeah, you know, hey, whatever floats your boat, man. And I guess the reason I didn't like Grey's Anatomy is just, in my opinion, I think the first season was good, but I think starting about the fourth season is when it kind of started getting kind of dumb, where everyone's dated somebody else on the team and they had broken up and there was drama and there was this and there was that going on, and you know, it's just stupid. And Greg, that's a great day to be payday. That's also my payday. So, every other Friday. And Jenny says those are good shows. Yeah, like I said, I thought Dr. Quinn was good. But, yeah, I'm not going to rag on anybody for liking something. We're all different. That's what makes the world go around, in my opinion. And I just don't think anybody has to agree with me. It's great if you do, but if you don't, that's fine too. I'll live, you'll live. And this is the moisture evaporator we're building. Oh, you know, there were other shows that I liked as a kid. The Incredible Hulk was a good one. Knight Rider was another good one I used to watch. Dukes of Hazzard. My younger sister used to like Punky Brewster and Saved by the Bell. Don't know if you guys ever watched those. Saved by the Bell I thought was okay. It was definitely written for teens and smaller kids. But Punky Brewster annoyed me. I did not like that show. And I don't really know why I didn't like that show. I don't think it's that bad now that I look back on it, but boy, at the time, I wanted nothing to do with that. Okay, for some reason, this is supposed to, there we go, line up, what I was going to say. There we go. Chips. Oh man, you brought back some good memories, Jenny. Thanks for bringing that up. I love chips. I lived in California at the time chips came out. That was a good one. That was a real good one. What was it, Eric Estrada? I always thought he was a cool guy in real life too. I've seen him on some interviews on some the late night shows, and he's a decent guy. Real big family man. And of course that resonates with me because I had 4 kids. And Mama's house, yeah, boy, I don't want to offend anybody, but those were some hillbillies right there. But they sure did make me laugh though, even though they were hillbillies. I mean, I guess that was part of the charm of it. And speaking of that, Beverly Hillbillies was another good one. Really good one. I like Beverly Hillbillies. I love when they rode the motorcycle through the house. And I always liked how Jethro was. I mean, I'm sorry if you don't agree, but Jethro was a complete idiot. But he made you laugh And I love how the family didn't. I love how the family wasn't too mean to him about being an idiot. They just kind of accepted that, you know what, he was going to be dumb. And he didn't get too much razzing for it. So it was good. And Night Court, yes, I remember the Bald Bailiff on that show. That was a pretty good show. Radiohead was another one. What's his name? He's got that podcast now. Joe Rogan. He was in there. And MacGyver, yep, he fixed everything. I remember the time he fixed a whole entire engine to a car that wouldn't start with a ball point pen. I don't remember how he did it. I always wondered, though, if that show were to come out today and it was on Facebook, how much would the fact checkers go after him for the stuff that he did? Just curious. And I'm not saying they should have either. I'm just thinking out loud. Would they? And Greg says The Sopranos. Yes. That was another good one. I remember one of the guys on The Soprano was on Jay Leno years ago. And I really enjoyed that his interview. And I also enjoyed one of their favorite, well, it wasn't their favorite insult, but I did hear it a lot on the show, was the term rat bastard. Don't know why that made me laugh, but it did. So that's a good show. And both Jenny and Greg say Magnum PI, and yep. In fact, I've heard him referred to as Magnum PU, as in you stink. But anyway, just a little humor there. Now I've got that Chips theme song in my head ever since Jenny mentioned that. This is one of those moisture farming things. And it does hook to this. So is this where they get the water for the alcoholic beverages inside the bar? I was asking for a friend. And Miami Vice, In the Heat of the Night, you know, that takes me back, man. I used to watch Miami Vice. Yeah, I think I already mentioned Knight Rider. That was one of my favorites. The A-Team. The A-Team with Mr. T and I Pay the Fool. And if you know him, if you know about his personal life, Mr. T's actually been through a lot. He had cancer at one point, and he was able to defeat it, or may have it go in remission. Really cool guy, though, on a personal level as well. And Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, you know, when I was a young kid, I watched that show. I did not like the finale, though. How they wrecked the whole entire town. That was kind of sad. And Jenny mentions Who's the Boss? Yeah, that was a good one too. It's taking me back. Growing Pains. That was a good one. Oh, I think the kid was named Corky. And what's the other one? Doogie Howser, MD. Matlock of Murder, She Wrote. Yep. A friend of mine's mom used to watch that show religiously, Matlock. And I didn't think it was a bad show. That wasn't my sort of thing back then. But now I watch a lot of true crime on Facebook. See, now you know I'm getting tired when I start doing all this. On YouTube, I watch a couple different channels that are true crime. So, this does not want to go on. There it goes. The cape was getting in the way. Let's take care of that cape. All right. I don't know if I told you guys I saw a meme the other day where had a stormtrooper that was in Tatooine, and he was saying that it's just too hot here. I think I'm going to put in for a transfer. And the next picture was him and Hoth, and he was like, damn, made a mistake. Alright, we got the stormtrooper here. And he looks like the dewback rider because he's got this. He's got the macro binoculars and a gun. So, there you go. Oh, yep, there you go. There's the dewback. It's due back in a week. Alright, I know, dumb joke. Maybe I shouldn't even said that one. Full House, yes. You know, the oddity of the Full House is the fact that Bob Saget plays a very wholesome father in that movie. But if you know anything about his personal life, you know that he is a very foul comedian. And he totally like undoes his good image on Full House and the other shows that he's been on. But he's funny though. I'll give him that. He is funny. The gunship is going to be revealed tomorrow. Well, cool, man. I will look forward to seeing that. Oh, long days, short nights. No, I'm just kidding. My sleep actually has been better. Imagine why. Three's Company. I remember that show, and that's a show that just would not, I don't think it would work today. And mainly because the character Jack pretended to be gay, because morals were different back then, and it wasn't okay for a man and woman to live together without being married. And it's a story of a man who lived with two young roommates, and the landlord wouldn't allow it, and so they, because they didn't want them doing sexual things together, so their excuse was that Jack was gay, and the landlord bought it, and he was allowed to live there. I'm a little behind. The Facts of Life. I barely remember that show, but I do remember the theme song. And Sanford and Son. Yes, actually, I was watching something about the main character on there. Read a little article on him the other day. And here's the dewback, complete with saddle and reins. And his mouth does indeed open. Not sure what he eats. Gonna stick him in the mini character pile, and along with the stormtrooper that handles him. And Laverne and Shirley. You know, Penny Marshall actually became a producer after that show. And Archie Bunker, yep, that's another good one. And The Greatest American Hero. I thought that was funny. That guy Maxwell used to eat dog biscuits. I never did explain why he did that, but he used to eat dog biscuits supposedly. And that was one of my dad's favorite shows. And just for a gag gift one year, I think it was his birthday, I got him a thing of dog biscuits, even though he doesn't have a dog. And he knew what I was referring to because he used to watch that show. He thought it was funny. I did get him a different gift besides that. That was just, I got him a gag gift. And Bosom Buddies. Yep, that's another good one. And yeah. I watched that one as well. And John says, "What did I miss?" Oh, and hello, sorry I'm late. Was making dinner. Hey, John, you gotta eat, man. You gotta eat. Not a whole lot, man. We were, well, you know, we did miss some. Just being polite there, but let's see. What are we working on? We're working on some of the outer things of Mos Eisley. That's what we're doing here. And we get a little bit talking about our favorite shows. And My Little Pony. That's a cartoon, yeah. I got some favorite cartoons too. Transformers was mine. Spider-Man was another close second. And John says they never make the greatest American hero these days. No, they wouldn't, man. They would not. But I was just noticing, I don't usually do this, but I was noticing just now that there's 0 likes on this video. Would a couple of you smash that like button for me? Make me feel a little bit better about doing this. I'd appreciate that. And I don't know, my viewership's going on the chart. I see it in real time supposedly, so I doubt that's real. I don't think people are signing off and signing back on right away. That's what it's making it look like you're doing, but I know y'all aren't doing that. But the Greatest American Hero was good. I like the fact that he had his cape and he was a superhero of sorts. Good show. But kind of lame these days, because if you ever see the scenes where he's flying, it's so staged. I mean, it's so obvious now. It wasn't as a kid. As a kid, I thought, oh, that's so cool. He's flying for real. And me and one of my sisters used to go around the house trying to fly like him. And, well, we never did figure it out. We thought we just wasn't going fast enough, so we tried to, just could never do it. And Heart to Heart. Or I'm sorry, Miss John says I love that show, and Greg says Heart to Heart. Yeah, another good one. You guys got some good taste there. I agree with these tastes. I'm Jeff Carter, and I approve this message. Just being silly. And I can't get this thing to, there we go, to line up, I was going to say, but it lined up. Mork and Mindy, yes, with Robin Williams, Nanny, come in, Morph to Orson, come in Orson, yes, I remember that. I was pretty small when that show was on, but I do remember that. Mine at the time were Battleship Galactica, Buck Rogers, Masked G.I. Joe. Buck Rogers, again, as a kid, I thought that robot looked so cool, and then I saw pictures of it in the years since, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I ever thought that robot looked cool. But hey, you know what? When you're a kid, things look different, and you don't realize certain things, so I guess it's okay. And MASH, Jenny says, MASH is definitely on the top 10 favorite shows. I used to watch that, and what people don't know, and I just watched a documentary on this in the last couple weeks, was that, oh wait a minute, where's this go? Alright, I gotta get my bearings here. Oh, there it goes. Okay. We got, it looks like another moisture evaporator here. So a lot of people don't know this about MASH, but the opening song actually had words to it. They never played it in the actual show, but you can find it on the internet, and the song is really weird. It's called Suicide is Painless. and the words are weird. And in the documentary, the creators of MASH wanted a dumb song, and so they end up paying like the producer's son. Oh, wait a minute, that doesn't make any. Oh. Okay, these instructions are horrible. They cut off the picture. So anyway, they meant it for it to be dumb, and the first pilot they actually had the words in it, but when the producers saw it, they said, "Oh no, you got to take that out." So they did. Bill Maxwell was a patriot. Yes, he was. And that's from American Greatest Hero. Greg says Lois and Clark, and yes, I do remember that show as well, meaning Superman and, of course, Lois Lane. John says, I love MASH, but it got too preachy for me. At times it did. I agree. But, again, it was funny. I liked Radar. He played some smaller roles, but his sense of humor was good. But it's the message of GAH that count. It was a show for American kids. Yes. It was. And that's when I watched it, when I was a kid. And Greg says, Alf. Yes, the alien Alf. The one who did not like cats. I remember that guy. In fact, Weird Al mentions him in his song, eBay. He says, why'd I buy that Alf alarm clock? See, I don't know what we're building here. Oh, sorry guys, don't be to yawn at you. It's just a long day. Not a bad one, just a long one. And my physical therapist changed offices. She quit and went somewhere else. And I wish I knew where she went. I'd probably take my business over there, because I like my physical therapist. She's worked really well with me for months, and it was sad to see her go. They have a good crew there. It's just, why change something that ain't broke? And John says Nanu Nanu, and that's from Mork and Mindy. That's what that was one of the famous line from Robin Williams, who played an alien in that show. Okay, so we got a little bit of catch up to do here, because I'm more or less running my mouth instead of paying attention to what I'm building, so let me pay attention to that. Alright. Again, I'm not really sure what I'm building yet. That is unknown. And it was, John said it was early in science fiction. That was that is turning out to be quite a structure. It is. I think he meant MASH was designed to compete with G.I. Joe. Or did you mean Mask? You could have. I don't know. Yeah, this is quite the structure, John. It's large and in charge. I was hoping to get some time to bust out my other sets from Tatooine, but I did not have time to do that. I didn't even have time to run over there and even grab the bags they're in, so I'm not quite sure what kind of review I'll be giving here. Might be just the set itself. I was hoping to give you guys a little bit more than that, but it just all depends on how my time is over the next couple days. So I'm not going to shoot the review immediately after this live stream, just because I'm hoping that I'll have a little bit of a break and have some time, excuse me, over the next few days to build some sets, and that way I can have a pretty decent review and do one of those reviews that I'm known for, and that is throwing everything in there, including the kitchen sink. And John, I did like Hogan's Heroes and Dukes of Hazzard. Yes, Hogan's Heroes. That was based off of World War II, if I remember right. Good show, though. Oh, I know what this is. This is the platform the dewback sits on. Duh. Because we have the dewback right here. So, of course it would be. Okay, so we got a small watering hole here. And Greg says Comish, and John says, remember Comish? I don't, but I'm glad you do, John. Dirty Dozens. I think that was more of a movie than it was a show, but I like that movie, Dirty Dozen. And John said, I posted my pup in a Beagle group and I got 89 plus likes. Well, awesome, John. Awesome. And I am happy for you that you're able to get a dog. I'm going to turn this so you guys can see this. And actually, I'm having trouble getting it on here, so there we go. Alright, so this here is for the dewback. Here he's able to drink the water. Nope, yep, the cart mask was a direct competition G.I. Joe. Imagine those as little sand blocks, yeah. Alright, so we got some other structures to build that were around the cantina. So let's go ahead and break that out. Comish was with Michael Chiklis. I don't remember that. Oh, you changed breeders. Okay. Was that so you can get a pup faster? And Greg mentioned the show NYPD Blue, which I did watch that one. And I really like that show. Of course, anything that has to do with like law, I liked it. I like Third Watch. I like the Law and Order Special, the regular one, the Special Victims Unit, Criminal Intent. Pretty much any of those. And we've got one Jawa. And speaking of Jawas, I listed 38 Star Wars sets yesterday, and all the Jawas I've already sold have been less than 24 hours. And that same person bought all of my C-3POs. So, someone's a Star Wars fan, which I appreciate because I need a quick turnaround on that. So that was nice. It was a great blessing. Oh, John says, nope, I trusted this breeder over the other breeder. Okay. If you don't, I mean, please don't mention the name of the breeders, but can you give us a little more on that? Like, what was it about the first breeder that eventually you started seeing another side to them? Or, I mean, like, what turned you away from them? Or, if you want to be positive and not say anything negative at all, could you tell me what drew you to this breeder that you're going with now? And John Michael Chiklis did a Fantastic Four movie and The Shield. Okay. Fantastic Four, I remember that. That had Jessica Alba in it, right? John says, I don't like L&R SUV. And holy cow. And Greg, I want a wolf dog. Malamute's very close to a wolf dog, by the way. And I had a Malamute for a couple years. Love that dog. They have a great temperament. And they don't bark a lot, actually. Did I miss something? No, I did not. Okay. Oh, we got to apply our last sticker of the set right here. Oh, what happened to my sticker? Oh. It never came off. It's a little access panel little thing. And John says, John, yeah, the first breeder I tried to get in touch with once, and the mail got bounced back to me. Oh, yeah, I definitely stay away too, because I mean, you don't want to be sending your money somewhere it doesn't really exist. Kind of sounds like a scam. I can't say for sure if it is, but that's my first impression. And Greg says wolf mix. Yeah, that's kind of what Malamutes are. They are a wolf mix. And the one that I had was, I think he was 75%, 80% wolf. Pretty high number. But the thing is, he was a very gentle dog. He wasn't aggressive until I got bit once. Then after that, he was aggressive towards other dogs because it was a dog that bit me. He was never aggressive towards humans. And he was strong as ever too, man. That dog has some muscles on him. And John said I searched for breeders in Florida, but his pups seem too reasonable to be true. And you know, odd as it might sound, that could be a sign of it being a scam. I remember years ago I was looking for a house to rent, and the rent on it was unbelievable, and the pictures of the house were unbelievable as well. It looked so good, and I thought, man, this would be a great property to get. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute, there are no pictures of the inside of the house, only the outside. And I started noticing some other things, and then they said they were a missionary couple in Africa right now, and that they couldn't, they'd have to mail the keys if I got the place. So at that point I was very suspicious, so I took my family in the van, we drove around to it, and where the address was at was a business. There wasn't even a house there, and we tried to make sure that there was like no mistake or nothing, on the address, or just trying to make sense out of it. It was completely a scam. There's no way it could have ever been that address or anything close to it. So, needless to say, I'm glad I did not go with that. Don't need to be sending my money away to somebody just to have them run off with it. And 21 Jump Street is a good one. It was a really good one. I also like the movie 21 Jump Street. Thought that was really cool. And John says the other one was a little more money, but he called me right away, and we clicked fast, and he answered all my questions. Well, see, that's what you want. Good. That's a. I would say, John, that was a good deal for you to do that then, because you do want to be dealing with somebody who's professional and competent in what they're doing and what they're selling. So I am glad that you found another breeder. No, yeah, the other one was giving you the runaround about when you could have pups. So definitely understand you even wanting to look in the first place. And John says Law and Order SVU seems boring to me. Different opinions. Okay, well, I enjoyed it. I have not watched it for several seasons. Just too busy. I don't watched. Well, I watch YouTube, but actual TV shows, not really. If it's on Netflix, I'll watch it, or YouTube. Make sure I have everything. Sorry, just trying to do this little bit before I answer comments, because, well, I ain't smart enough to be able to chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. So, anyway. I did lose the deposit on the first one, $50, but that's fine. I would rather go with a more reputable breeder or quality pups. Well, I kind of got the feeling you would have never seen anything for your $100 anyway. So, probably good you pulled out now, before sending him even more money, and then it really, becoming a problem. And John says, I showed my new breeder my old breeder's website, and the new breeder did not recognize any of the pedigree lines he breeds from. I was afraid it was a puppy mill, but I could have been wrong. Yeah, hard knowing, I really don't know a whole lot about pedigree of dogs and stuff. I understand the general concept behind it, yes, but I don't know actual pedigrees or anything. But again, John, I'm glad you were able to find somebody who does know what they're talking about. And my dog Paisley is a 28-pound bowling ball When she gets going, she can tear your arm right out when holding your leash. Yeah, my dog Blizzard the Malamute used to do that to me all the time, man. Try to pull my arm out of its socket, I swear. Especially if you saw a hedgehog, because we were in Germany at the time. They've got hedgehogs. They look like miniature little porcupines. And John, I never saw the Jump Street movie, but love the TV series. Yeah, I came out a couple years ago. Had Tatum in there. Forget his first name. Or maybe that is his first name. But it was a good movie. It had a part in there that was a little raunchy, but it's hard not to find a movie without a raunchy part or two in it anymore. This definitely looks like a Den of Thieves or something. I wish I had a house update for you, but I don't. Still got to study for my test, and I haven't. And Jenny says 20 Jumps was better than TV show. Was better TV show. The movie was terrible. Okay. And John says the new guy for me is passionate about breeding and pedigree lines. He is engaged in dog shows and competitions and training. I can pester him any day or night with questions. No worries, I'm venting myself. Hey, no problem. Here's a rub. I don't know how I got his name. The first one? My sister did something kind of funny, and people say their phones don't monitor them, but I kind of question that because my sister questioned whether it did or not, and they had no need of an orthosurgeon. But just for fun, she talked to her husband, with her phone close by about needing an orthosurgeon. And the next time she signed on to Facebook, she saw ads for an orthosurgeon in her area. So, I don't know. You tell me. So maybe, John, if you were talking to your mom about it, or to me or somebody, and it later shows up in your feed, I wouldn't be surprised if there's Facebook involved there. Oh, and yesterday I should say, I got a badge of honor. The first time that Facebook has ever flagged one of my posts as false news or fake news or whatever. I don't know what term they use, but one of my posts got flagged for that. And it made me laugh because it was a meme. It wasn't even like an article or anything. It was a meme. It was meant to be funny. It wasn't meant to be true. And they went all crazy over it. So, kind of funny. But, Facebook's desperately trying to control the narrative everywhere, I swear. Alright, I don't see one of the pieces. Oh, there it is, see? I'm just blind. And Greg said, have you ever got pricked by a porcupine? I have not, thank goodness. I would not even know. No way. I've only seen a porcupine in a zoo. I've never seen one for real. And I don't think I really want to either. Okay, so I need to put a shovel on the wall. The second one that Rue is coming from. I've heard of stories like this. He sent me an email, and I thought the first guy referred me to him. He got tired, thinking he got tired of my questions. Haha, doesn't that feel awesome? FB is an algorithm. Yeah, it is. I wished I understood more on how algorithms worked. And what gives them their artificial intelligence. John, I've seen dogs try to pay with one, then splinters go through their mouth and needed immediate attention. Ooh. Yeah, that doesn't sound too fun. Yeah, porcupines are mean little animals, or they can be, because they got. I don't think they're mean. I just think they're defensive, and they've got great defenses. So don't mess with them. Oh, I think you mean try to play with one. Looks like we're building the roof here to this little structure. We've got one more bag after this. We are right at an hour, but I do not want to stop because I cannot do a live stream tomorrow because it's the busiest day of the week. Thursdays are always crazy at my job. You can just guarantee that. So the next live stream I could do is possibly Friday, and I'd just rather get this done tonight. So I'm going to keep going. I hope you guys will stick with me, even though it's a little bit longer than usual. And somebody's got their weed whacker going next door to me. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I sure can. John, that was on Animal Planet Vet Show. Imagine people paying you in pennies. You know, there was a story years and years ago, because I used to work for a newspaper, of a guy who got divorced and owed his wife, like, I think it was $6 million, and he literally paid her in pennies. He had a semi show up that was full of bags of pennies, and they just dumped it on her lawn. And in my opinion, I mean, if you got to go that far, give it up, dude. You're already divorced. Just give her the money and quit being a jerk. And that was the other story of the guy who the judge said that his wife got half the house, so he rented a backhoe and literally tore down the house and half the house. And when questioned by the police, he said, "Well, that was my half." It didn't work, by the way. he was still convicted of a crime. But the lengths that people will go through just to be dumb, I really don't get it. Oh, I missed a step. Let me fix that. I missed a piece. Not quite sure how. But just going back and fixing that real quick. Alright, so we got this little hut thing going. And it looks like we got one more bag. So I'm going to crack that baby open and let's go. Wow, that's a lot of pieces in this last bag. Okay, so gotta give this guy his nose. Here we go. He was the spy that told the stormtroopers where the droids went. So let's just bust this out. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to look at my phone. It keeps going off like crazy, and I have no idea what's going on. Oh well, whatever. I guess I should have looked real quick. Okay, it looks like I got a Bricklink order, which means you guys are good luck. So thank you for that. Let's just keep going with the building, and believe me, I feel the same way, Greg. Yay, the last bag, because it's a good set. However, this has been a long build, so to be on the last bag is certainly a good thing. One of the things I did see is that one of my neighbors sod got delivered, and we're in a new subdivision, so, or newer. And so usually around here, when someone gets sod, people show up and help them. So I do like that about this neighborhood. We've got some really good, helpful people. And this town that I live in has, even though it's not really a small town, it has a small town feel to it. And I do appreciate that. All right. Let's keep this building going. And I know this is like a side hut, but I don't remember seeing it in Star Wars, so I'm not really sure what it is, but it's more Lego pieces. That's what it is. And I just have to make sure that this is done right. Looks like we get a little bit of an archway here. And we got binoculars here. And it looks like that might be a little bit of lookout. Again, I'm not sure what this hut represents, but alright, well, I can't find a piece. It's probably here. Well, I do think that it's cool that Lego's coming out with so many new sets so quick together. I think the Republic gunship will be a good one. I definitely think Seinfeld's a good one too, coming out next week. Greg, have you got your wife's approval to get the 10 copies of this set? No, I do not. I don't think I could ever get her on board for that. I still want to, but yeah, I think that's a no-go. Okay, looks like we've got a little canopy going here. And John says he's surprised they haven't come out with anything with Snoopy on it. And me too, actually. I think that'd be... I mean, Charlie Brown's Christmas came on every year for years. I think that there's more than enough people that has brand recognition. And I enjoyed the watching it as a kid, so I don't see why not. Yeah, there's a little canopy thing here. Let's go here and here. Let's kind of keep this part down. Why don't you just sell the figurines? You know, they would sell really well. I don't think I'd have any problems, because this set has been so hard to get a hold of that if I could really get 10 copies and I didn't need the minifigures, I think they would just be snatched right up. I certainly would be left with a bunch of tan pieces. I mean, they would sell, but wow, this is mostly tan. But I think the figures, John, I think you're right. They would do best in a situation where we're trying to sell them. Oh boy, messed that up. John, you're right. Snoopy was a beagle, and use the tan pieces for your city. Well, eventually I'm going to need some tan pieces. I've got a bowling alley that's already built, but it took a lot, and I mean a lot of tan pieces to build that one. And I don't think I've ever shown that one on camera. It is fully built. So it is one that I could display on camera very easily. I got the idea, I purchased the instructions, and the guy didn't use the whole base plate, so I went ahead and built it with additional lane, because it only came with 2 bowling lanes. Mine has 3. Because it uses the whole entire base plate. Oh, pay attention. And Daisy says, "What's up? How you doing? How's your day going?" And John says, "I missed bowling. I was very good at it." I'm not great at it, John, but I don't stink. I usually bowl between 130 to 160. I think I'm okay at it. And yeah, we're Daisy. We're on the last bag of the Mos Eisley Cantina. And thanks for joining us. Oh. Okay, that makes, it does make sense. I messed up. Let me fix that. Okay, so we got this. Greg, I'll let you know if the other half ever allows me to buy 10 of these. But first, I'd have to have the money to buy 10 of them. But I think it'd be a really cool idea. And maybe that'll be a live stream too, where I repair the Falcon, because I have it, the Ultimate Collector Series one. but it took quite the beating in the move. So it's in pieces, but I just never have time to build it or fix it. So maybe just a live stream doing that would be a good thing. Low to mid twos, learn from a coach. Hey, that's awesome, man. My grandpa used to bowl in a league. He really liked it, and he was way better than I am. But hey, John, I'm glad to hear that, man. That is a good score, seeing as 300 is the highest. All right, let me see if I can just finish this up here. I feel like I'm putting finishing touches always on this, and the finishing touches just keep coming. Let's see, got a 4 on here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, even though I missed the Ewok Village and it's pretty expensive now, I do believe that's a set of Star Wars Legos that I'm gonna eventually be able to get. And Jenny says, "Sorry, I have to go. I have to get up at 3 for work tomorrow morning." Oh, yeah, I'm surprised you watched it all. Thank you very much for attending, Jenny. I appreciate it. Good night, Jeff and everyone. All right, well, good night to you as well. Yeah, so hopefully you get enough rest for tomorrow. And John says, the old or the new one? The Millennium Falcon? The answer is both. I have both Ultimate Collector Series sets for the Millennium Falcon. And oddly enough, buying the first Millennium Falcon is what got me into selling Legos, because that was one of the sets that I told you about that I had ordered $800 in one day, and usually I got home before my wife did, but that particular day I didn't, and she saw them and I couldn't hide that I bought so many Legos, and she asked me how much. I told her what I spent, and of course the Millennium Falcon was $500, so it was the lion's share of that money. And she said to me, "I don't want you to spend another nickel of our money on these Legos. You better find a way to make money off of them." And rather than argue, I said, "Challenge accepted." And I started a store on eBay. That's where I started off at. And I've been selling Legos in some fashion ever since. Oh, this one takes 4. The other ones took 3 and a little one. And John said, before my father died, he was very proud of me because of that. I used to watch him bowl as a kid. I can even use his ball. Hey, that's cool, man. And yeah, John, I remember when you told me your dad passed. I remember that. Gloss is hitting this page just wrong that I can't see what I'm doing. So let's get this door on here. Okay, so we have the door. And it is indeed a functional door. Okay, so I am missing a piece, and no, I'm not. I imagine that I did not do something right because I got one of these. Just gonna put it right there for right now. And let's see, this goes over here. Got just a little bit here to connect the two buildings. And John says, I would love to get involved with dogs the same way you are with Legos and plan on becoming somewhat friendly with the breeder. Maybe I'll meet up with him someday at a dog show. And Greg says, what's your next build after the world map? You know, I honestly don't know. I have not decided. I've got plenty here. Maybe a Harry Potter set. I know if John had his way, it would be the Moonlander. I don't know. I know I need to do a city video. But as I was stating yesterday, that room is such a mess because I'm unpacking 68 of the bookshelf things that or the book store sets, the modulars that I don't have any room right now to do that even. Okay, so close that up. And then a little box goes on the back here along with this little guy and this little guy. And let's see how it all goes together. Okay, so these actually connect up. That's what happens. And then these guys go onto the side of the cantina where we're at. Oh, over here. Alright. So I can't zoom out for you guys to see the whole thing. I apologize for that. But what we have here is the cantina completed in its full glory. Try to get as much of it as I can. Let me back out the camera a little bit. Okay. It's about as good as I can get it. Of course now I'm wrecking stuff, but never mind me doing that. So we've got the cantina here. And John, haha, how'd you guess? And that's another cool structure. Thank you, John. Here's the cantina with the bar, sitting areas. The music stage is over here. We've got a place for the dewback, moisture capture, another moisture capture, some side buildings here. We've got the front door here, or no, yeah, that's the front door, because this is the rear door. And we got 20-something, 21 figures in here. We've got Greedo's little capsule thing that he flies around in. And we got the Lars family speeder here. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and be good to each other out there, guys. Stay safe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Have a good one.